I guess I'm recording. So on this episode of how to change an oxygen sensor, first gen DSM. Make sure I'm looking at what I'm looking at here with my cool GoPro app. This is the first time I'm using this GoPro. So this here is a Bosch Wideband oxygen sensor. It's a external setup. So what we're going to do is take that off, and we're going to install the Innovate bung slash heat dissipator expander thingy in it. So the first thing you want to do, since you're working in this area, you got your oxygen sensor wrench here, Autocraft, so that's advanced auto parts, 22 millimeter or 7/8 of an inch on a 3/8 ratchet with a little 2-inch extension. You don't want to be in there near the alternator, so you want to disconnect your battery. Mine happens to be in the trunk. So we'll hit that button there, kill the power. All right, we're all good. Let's get the contraption that I thought I left on the seat here. I guess I was wrong. I have to edit this downtime out. Where did I put it? Oh, yeah, it is on the seat. All right, I got it. Am I still recording? Why does it say no device found? I guess I'm still recording. Anyway, so here's this thing. So what we're going to do is take the oxygen sensor out, thread this in. So it's I guess it's mostly stainless steel. Mostly stainless steel here. It still has some holes to let exhaust gas in there to get metered and back out. And looks like a copper gasket type of thing. So that must be where the heat really dissipates. So since the power's off, let's get this bad boy on. You want to make sure that your wires are loose here on the oxygen sensor. That way you can twist it once you loosen her up. Make sure this is on loosen and not tighten. Let's try and get her on there. On these you have to come up a little bit higher to get a flat spot to slide over. There we go. See what I'm kind of doing. There we go. All right, we're threaded on. Now it's loosened. There we go. That's all you got to do. You don't have to unwrench it any more than that with the tool. Get this back off. Now you want to take the wire for the oxygen sensor and pretty much just twist that while you're loosening the sensor itself. There's not a whole lot of threads. Maybe 2 turns and she's out all the way. So here's your oxygen sensor. You know, we got a couple miles on it. We got 300 or so miles on it. So I guess there's 2 options. One is you can thread this on there and then thread it on together, or we can thread this in first, tighten it, and then tighten the oxygen sensor onto it. So I think I will take the second choice. I'll just thread this guy in there. Since I'm on a 92 Eagle Talon, I only have 1 oxygen sensor in this car. And I did not weld an extra bung onto the downpipe or further down, because there are people that say this is fine, just make a heat shield out of copper or something. I figured, you know what, I found this for a pretty good price on the internets, figured let me try it, especially since it was specifically made for this by Innovate, who sold me this wideband here. It goes with my SCG-1. So let's make sure that this thing's tight on here. I keep coming off of it and starting again because the head of the wrench was hitting the fan. And I'd rather not break my fan, so. Let me try it with just the tool here. See how tight I can get it with my hands. There we go. Now we're snug. Let's go back to toolage. You don't have to kill it putting that on. Alright, so that's on. That looks nice. Goes with all my nice shiny stuff here. Alright, oxygen sensor, go back in now. Let's see, we'll thread it back the way it was. Get that into there. Now remember, twist the wire. Take the top. And twist that clockwise a little bit more than you're twisting the oxygen sensor itself, and the oxygen sensor almost thread itself right in there. Alright, that's snug. Now let's take our toolage here one more time, get it over this wire. Go. Oh, we didn't touch it. There we go. Tighten her down. Not too much. A couple little. There we go. Take that back off. Put our tools away here. Put this away here. Let's thread this guy where we want it to go. Plug it back in to its connector. Click. Make sure you get it nice and tight. And we drop this. So this goes here. $10mm bolt for that. Now, 3 zip ties. Let's see what we're going to do. This is my boost control solenoid. I try to keep it real tight right there. So we're going to go right here with one. That way if I have to change the oxygen sensor or mess with the boost control solenoid, it's not too hard. And since that line right there is hard mounted to the radiator because I have slimline fans and not the OEM fans, this all can come out pretty easy. That looks good. Let's do one more on this side. And that's it. Turn the power back on, and we've got the Innovate wideband heat bung installed in there. Can't really get a great view. I can see it with my eyes, but I don't know if you can see it with the camera. But she's in there, you know, it's a good 1.5 inches away from the oxygen O2 housing. Should be pretty nice. Alright, let me go upload this joint so y'all can watch it.